We all know the thrill of watching heroes like James Bond on screen, brave, clever, and daring. But sometimes, real life gives us heroes whose courage outshines fiction. These heroes don't have gadgets or guaranteed happy endings, just their convictions and willingness to risk everything. One such man was Witold Pilecki, a Polish soldier whose mission during World War II was so audacious it sounds like a movie plot. Pilecki volunteered for a mission no one else dared, to infiltrate Auschwitz, the most feared Nazi concentration camp. He went not for glory, but to expose the truth and fight for humanity. Imagine choosing to enter a place everyone else is desperate to escape. In 1940, Pilecki did just that. He let himself be captured and sent to Auschwitz to gather intelligence and organize resistance. This was a mission he invented, knowing he might never return. His story is a testament to the power of one person to stand against evil. Pilecki's life is a lesson in hope, resilience, and the fight for justice. His legacy reminds us that the greatest heroes are often those history almost forgot. Witold Pilecki was born in 1901 when Poland didn't exist on the map. Raised to cherish his culture and freedom, he joined secret scouting groups as a boy, dreaming of independence. When Poland finally regained its freedom, Pilecki fought in the Polish-Soviet War, proving his commitment on the battlefield. After the war, he became a devoted family man and community leader, but peace was short-lived. In 1939, as Nazi Germany invaded, Pilecki returned to military service, fighting bravely against overwhelming odds. Even after Poland fell to both Germany and the Soviet Union, he refused to surrender. In Warsaw, he co-founded the secret Polish army, working underground to resist the occupiers. For Pilecki, defeat was never the end, just the start of a new fight. He was a quiet leader, determined to keep the spirit of resistance alive. His resolve would soon lead him to his most dangerous mission yet. By 1940, rumors about Auschwitz reached the Polish resistance. No one knew what truly happened inside, but the stories were terrifying. The resistance needed someone to infiltrate the camp, gather intelligence, and organize prisoners. Witold Pilecki volunteered without hesitation. Using a false identity, he allowed himself to be arrested during a German roundup in Warsaw. On September 19, 1940, he was sent to Auschwitz, entering a nightmare by choice. Packed into cattle cars, stripped of his name, he became prisoner 4,859. Inside, he faced brutality, starvation, and constant fear. But Pilecki's mission was clear: survive, gather information, and build a resistance. He was a spy in the heart of the enemy's fortress. His courage was unmatched. He walked into hell to expose its horrors. In Auschwitz, he was no longer a man, just a number, but his spirit remained unbroken. Pilecki's journey had only just begun. Life in Auschwitz was a daily battle against hunger, disease, and cruelty, yet Pilecki never lost sight of his mission. He secretly formed a resistance network, the Union of Military Organization (ZOW), recruiting trusted prisoners. Their goals: boost morale, smuggle food and medicine, and gather evidence of Nazi crimes. They risked everything, meeting in secret and hiding messages in ingenious ways. Pilecki's reports, smuggled out on scraps of paper, were among the first eyewitness accounts of the Holocaust. He detailed the mass killings, gas chambers, and the machinery of death. These reports were desperate pleas for help, hoping the world would listen. Despite the horror, Pilecki inspired hope among prisoners, reminding them they were not forgotten. His resistance gave meaning to survival in a place designed to destroy hope. Against all odds, he built a network of defiance in the heart of darkness. Pilecki's courage became a lifeline for many. Pilecki's smuggled reports reached the Polish resistance and the Allies, revealing the truth about Auschwitz. But the world was slow to believe such horror was possible. Frustrated, Pilecki planned an uprising, hoping for outside support to liberate the camp. The resistance deemed it too risky. Without help, it would mean certain death for the prisoners. After nearly 3 years inside, with his network in danger, Pilecki decided to escape. On April 26, 1943, he and 2 comrades overpowered a guard and fled into the night. After days on the run, they reached the Polish Home Army. Pilecki had survived the unthinkable, bringing first-hand evidence of the Holocaust to the world. He had entered Auschwitz by choice, built a resistance, and escaped to tell the tale. His mission was complete, but his fight was far from over. After escaping Auschwitz, Pilecki rejoined the resistance and fought in the doomed Warsaw Uprising. Captured again, he survived as a prisoner of war until the end of World War II, but Poland's freedom was stolen once more, this time by the Soviets. Refusing exile, Pilecki returned in secret to document communist crimes, building a new intelligence network. In 1947, the secret police uncovered his activities. He was arrested, tortured, and pressured to betray his comrades. Even under unimaginable pain, he refused to break. In a show trial, he was falsely accused of treason and sentenced to death. On May 25, 1948, Witold Pilecki was executed, his body buried in an unmarked grave. The communists tried to erase his name from history. For decades his story was forbidden in Poland, but Pilecki's courage could not be silenced forever. His sacrifice would one day be recognized. After communism fell, Pilecki's story finally emerged from the shadows. Historians uncovered his reports and the truth of his missions. Poland honored him as a national hero, and his name now stands for courage and resistance. Schools and monuments bear his name, and his story inspires new generations. Pilecki was not a superhero. He was a father, a husband, a man who chose to do what was right. He walked into darkness to shine a light on the truth. His life challenges us to act with courage, even when the world looks away. Remembering Pilecki is more than history. It's a lesson in standing up to injustice. By sharing his story, we honor his sacrifice and keep his spirit alive. Witold Pilecki's legacy reminds us true heroes never fade from memory.